It's your turn, brother. Al sent me up these two little TNTs in this Palomar. The TNT and this TNT all had DEI transistors in it, and they were dead. Burned to the ground, toast, junk, fried. Imagine that. So we went in and we put in brand new Toshibas, matched and matched. And then we went in, we boosted up the little power wire, got rid of all the little stuff that was in there that normally causes the pills to be for a lack of current and could damage them, and upgraded the electrical system. Put mirror boards in it, redid the input tune, and got the output tune square. Made everything right type, ready to go. The Palomar, on the other hand, it always ceases to amaze me how Palomar can make yet a cheaper amplifier. This thing, it's working, works good. I'm getting it doing about 400, 410, 420 watts. But the input pads on the front end of this thing were completely smoked. And there was some other stuff that was done, but it's really quite minor. And then they've gone with a true bias setup now. Voltage regulators, it's decent. We got that all dialed in. Alright, we're going to throw it up on the bench so we don't have to keep going over it over each one, because we're going to do all three. I'm going to use a 1000 watt slug in PEP, 5 watt slug in reverse, the Siltronics, the 66, and the 955. We're going to run on 14 volts flat today, and we're going to start with amplifier number 1 here. Okay, amp number 1. We're going to take the 66 with about 20 watts worth of drive. We're going to key it. Remember, we're on that 1000 watt slug over there. Talk through the box just fine. Alright. Turn amp on. Hello, 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 hello. That's your input tune. Output power. Audio. 20 watts gets you 600. Input tune's flat, output tune's perfect. Let me hook up the 955. Okay, we're back. Amp number 1 again on the 955. Oh, I shut that off. We're back on 14 volts. We're going to swing about 80 watts into it. Ready? Hello. Audio. About 980 watts. Hello. Audio. So it happens when you get everything just right. Input tune, output tune. And we'll button it up. We're going to go to amp number 2 and then amp number 3. Okay, well, amp number 2, TNT 600 HD. Same thing, just modified it, made it work, balanced out the input, made it run right. Amp number 1, fixed the preamp. Oh, I was going to say, on the first amp, the one with the red Anderson clip on it, Al, the ground wire for the lights on the switch had been cut. And I went ahead and repaired that. That's a simple fix, though. If your guy is, that's actually what he wants to have happen. You come in here and you trim this black wire on the other box. It's a black wire, it's a ground wire. Just cut it off. But I want the box to work perfectly for the video, so we have that as a reference. So we went ahead and made it work on the other amp. This amp's a mirror of the other one. I had to replace the output combiner resistor, had to redo the output tune, had to redo the input tune. Went ahead and replaced it with a match set of 2879s and upgraded all the power wire to it. Left the stock power leads on it because each one of these amps had their own custom fittings on it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab the mic for the 66. That's your input tune. Here's your output power, 1000 watt scale. About 500 watts. That's all she wrote. Swinging 20 watts into it. 2 watt dead key. Let me hop over to the 955 and we'll get on with this. Okay. 955. We'll swing about 80 watts into this box, just like we did before. The other amp we were seeing 980, right?
Hello, BBI.
980 on amp number 2. If you take the time to check each box and get everything dialed in perfectly, you can usually get about another 100, 125 out of it. 80 watts input drive, 1,000 peak watts out. If you drive it harder, put like maybe a 1 pill hitting it, doing about 120 watts worth input drive, you'll get over that 1,000, no problem. This box is right, tight, ready to go. We'll slap the tin back on it, and we're gonna move on to amp number 3. I'll be back. All right, Al. Last amp, brother. I appreciate you bundling up all your buddies' amps and putting them all together in one package and sending them up to me in one shot. It's pretty helpful, actually. So now we're down to the little Palomar, what is it, 775V. Like I said at the beginning of the video, it amazes me that Palomar is always able to build something slightly cheaper. Now, we thought the drive pills were blown out, and there was some question about the final transistors also, but when we got in here and got looking, this whole input section had burned up. The input pad, the bias balance resistors, gone. Smoke. So, no new transistors. This is 4 2290s, driven by two 1446s, and it does about 400 watts. Al, this is a very low drive radio. 20 watts the most, 20, 30 watts. Don't be swinging no 50 watt radio or 80 watt radio into this thing. It'll burn up on you again. Okay, so we're gonna drive it with the 66V. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. That's 350. Watch this. Hello, audio. 375. Hello, audio. 400. Hello, audio. About 400, 425 is what I was able to get out of it. It's got a variable on the front of it. I suggest you run it somewhere about here, because a 2 watt dead key will get you a 250 watt carrier on the other end. You want to run it lower than that, make it last. I went ahead and repaired this LED for you on the sideband. It was not working. Please note we got the sideband delay on. And your preamp is fully functional. This puppy's right, tight, and ready to go. Like I said, Al, I appreciate you taking care of me, sending this up, and letting me go through it. I want to apologize to everybody out there watching my videos. I know it takes me forever to get anything done, but I got a lot going on this end. And I appreciate everybody's patience. My name is BBI, and without a doubt, I am the biggest mud duck in Idaho. Come check us out at our webpage, www.bbiamps.com. 90% of your questions, prices, and shipping arrangements can all be done through the webpage. Just takes a minute. Appreciate your all support. I appreciate everybody's projects. We'll see you on the next one. Bump, bump. I see you. Bye.